How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Friday edition of Burn It Down with Kim Brown. This is the safe space where we set oppression ablaze. Baby, we got some oppression to set ablaze to fucking night, y'all. Welcome to the program. Apologies for us being 15 minutes late. After all, we are Negroes, so please moderate your expectations if you could, because, we don't respect colonial constructs such as time. That's the white man did that shit. So I'm just kidding. Well, the white man probably did do that shit, but regardless, we're here now. That's the important thing. So y'all come on in. Thank you all so much for making some time to be with me tonight. I've got a great show in store for you. Now, unfortunately, my thumbnail, all lies, all lies, all lies. I was gonna talk some Cop City. I was gonna do some Cop City updates because those RICO charges against the Cop City protesters down in Fulton County is some fucking grave nonsense. It really is, and it deserves conversation and nuance and all that. And I think we would all be better suited if we wait till Kamal come back. Do we wait till Kamal rejoin us on the morning show, where not only he can give us the first-hand perspective or second-hand perspective, as it were, but also through the legal lens of Tom Bien, right? So that is something that I'm going to do. I'm going to table that until we get back to the morning show on Black Power Media this Tuesday. But tonight, I have a couple things I want to get into. First of all, you all saw that viral video of that cop, the backseat of my Jeep, a swinger episode, right? The PG County police, who at a very crowded public field, linked up with his side chick in the back of the cop car. It should surprise you not that this motherfucker not only has been in trouble before, but has been in trouble for some abusive shit, right? We'll get into that. We'll get into that. And then I wanted to get in deeply, as deep as I'm able to, actually, into the, do I even want to call it Brickgate? Because I kind of don't, because I don't like to reduce it down to, some internet hashtag. What happened was a Black woman was propositioned for her phone number on the street. I guess this was New York. I don't even think I looked to see where the fuck this actually happened. Was this the West Indian Day Parade, everybody? Let me get into the chat. Zenzi Bell, you in here? Long story short, it really doesn't matter where it happened specifically, because literally it could have happened any fucking where. It literally could have happened anywhere. This Black woman was asked for her phone number. She turned him down, and he hit her in the face with a brick amongst many witnesses. Many witnesses wish death upon me. Nigga hit me in the face, now I can't see. Nobody is gonna testify for me. Y'all, can we have a conversation? Can we literally have a fucking conversation about the rates of casual violence, street violence? And I'm gonna keep this particular to street violence that women experience, Black women in particular experience on the streets of this country day in and day out. Doesn't even garner a mention. Doesn't even garner a mention from a lot of folks. And the response online has been absolutely horrific. Absolutely horrific. And listen, I am not here to coddle no hurt fucking feelings while the bodies is piling up. And I'm going to explain what I mean by that when we get into the segment here just a little bit. But in the interim, let me say greetings and welcomes and bienvenidos and bienvenue, all that. Come on in here, grab a seat, grab a chair. Usually we are not standing room only here at the Burn It Down with Kim Brown platform, but hey, one can dream. So hold on, let me pull up the chat here so I can say what's up to my people dem. But while I'm waiting to do that, I'd actually like to welcome a very unproblematic brother. And that's true. That is very true. I have known Will now, I don't know, Will, what, 4 years to 3, 4, fuck, I don't fucking know. But it's been more than a year. And let me explain to y'all how unproblematic Will is. Now, Will, I mean, he is a nigga. So he does do nigga shit. But unproblematic. This nigga's not out here harming people, but first and foremostly. And I like to bring Will to the screen, y'all, because Will, there's a very special, important date happening for Will on Monday, September 11th, while the rest of the country is commemorating something that happened on September 11th. I'm going to be commemorating young Wilbert's birthday. In fact, let me say it in the language so we understand. The Feliz Cumpleaños for William. Will, you going to come on the screen or what? See, that's the shit. Now, after I just bigged you up for being unproblematic, here this
What you
nigga
said now?
Right. After I just bigged you up for being unproblematic, here this nigga come causing problems.
What's up, y'all?
Starting problems.
Hold on, let me see if I can
Get
get
your
me on the
ass on
screen.
the screen. Nigga, we want to see pretty faces. We don't want to
Oh
hear
shit.
sex. We want to see pretty. There we go.
What's
There
up,
we
y'all?
go. Smile for them. Well, can you smile? Can you just crack a smile for the sisters? Can you just, if you just smiled more, Will, you might get more birthday gifts. I'm just saying.
I
Just smile
I'm gonna
more.
try. I'm gonna try that.
Good.
I try shit once. I'll try it.
Keep
What's up,
smiling.
y'all?
Yes, y'all. So given that we are obviously not going to be on the air Monday, I would like for y'all, if you could, to wish Will happy birthday. With monies. So I would love for y'all to wish Will a
Hold on.
happy birthday
Let
with
me put my
money.
cash app. Let me put my cash app in
Get the
there. Hold
cash
on,
app
kid.
up, man. Get the cash app up, y'all. Because I mean, not to blast Will business out, but Will, the Burn It Down with Kim Brown gig does not really pay a lot, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. It doesn't pay a lot. And
We
Will and
not
Molly,
millionaires, Kim?
hey, I don't know. I don't know if we got millionaires. I don't think we do though. Um,
Mm.
and Will and Molly, really do this on the strength by and large. So if y'all are able to drop young Will a couple bucks for his birthday, I mean, this is for the community. You know what I'm saying? We
The
from Baltimore,
community.
so we gotta say community. It's for the community. It's for the community. Will is not for the community. Wink, wink. You know what?
Don't say that, Kim. I don't. I'm not. Don't say that.
Oh shit! All your community chicks
Right
gonna
here
pop
in
up
the
in the chat. They're
streets.
gonna come up in the chat like, I was with that nigga Thursday.
No, no,
So
no.
what's your cash app? Well, what's the cash app? Pop it up.
It's
Say it out.
at Wealthland Cinema. I put it in the chat too.
Oh,
At Wealthland Cinema. You'll see my picture. I'm up there cheesing with Darna and Tracy. Those are two in my picture. But
lovely.
anything y'all could do, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all, just for tuning in for real too, and happy birthdays. I appreciate the love. I really do. And thank you. Even though you're a Leo, you 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 a great human being. You are you are in my book. No, I
Well,
love me some Leos too.
I'm just an asshole, man. But otherwise, I'm a nice person. Like, I mean, it's just I can't help it. Take it up with Jesus. I don't have nothing to do with this, man.
Take it up with Jesus. Don't be
Take
blaming the Lord.
I don't. Hey,
Be
yeah,
blaming the Lord.
God did not make no mistakes. Okay,
Yeah, that's all
God
right.
did not make no mistakes. And listen, when God make me angry, I will go right to Allah. Allah, I will
Right.
go right
Who is
to
going to appease me? Big Leo energy.
I need everybody. I need
I need
everybody on the
attention.
team. I need everybody on the team. But no, seriously, you guys, anything you guys can do to let Will know that how it's truly integral he is to this operation is certainly appreciated. Will is a good brother. Seriously, he is. When I say he's not, he's definitely unproblematic out here. I'm telling you, like, me and Will converse a lot, and very seldom has Will said some shit to me that I'm like, what, nigga? Maybe like twice. He said, I'm like, what?
Yeah. No,
Aside
no,
from that, Will's on the up and up.
I have my moments. I ain't gonna I have my moments, but I try to be on the up and up and keep the integrity of my circle.
That's what's up.
You know,
Yes.
I know people like you and Jackie Lukman and Jared and all, Bashi and all. Like, I can't be out here fucking around, and looking for a cosign.
Hmm. Big facts. But I will co-sign you though, but not if you was a problematic ass nigga. But you not a problematic ass nigga, which is why, I will size up your resume. I will size up your your reference, whatever you need. I got you, bro.
All right. All right. At Wealthland Cinema. I'll put it in the chat one more time just because I y'all don't know. Y'all helping me out, do some stuff. But
Yes.
thank y'all. And again, appreciate y'all all for all the support. Keep tuning in. We getting better. Just keep having faith in us and keep staying consistent. So we
Yes.
got y'all. All right.
Peace, Will.
Peace.
Shout out to all the Virgos, Virgo birthdays. We love to see it. I'm a big fan of Virgos. Love the Virgos. So thank you all so much for coming through. Thank you. Who is that? Nat A. I see Donnie. I see Holly. I see Tyler. Tyler, I got a little story coming out of St. Cloud. Ooh, what's up, Sweary Furries? Who else is on? Fuck, y'all know I can't half-ass read and shit. What's up, James? What's up, Yippa? Anyway, y'all know y'all. Anyway, I'm not gonna tell y'all why I'm mad. Let me get through my feel good story. Then I'm gonna come back and tell y'all why I'm the fuck mad. What's up, Frawny? What's up, Infinite? Peace, everybody. I appreciate y'all coming through here. Did I already say what's up to James? Yeah, I did say what's up to James. Cool ass James. What's up, Nat A? All right, let me get to this shit. To the feel good story. The feel good story, as it were. Because a viral video that has garnered millions of views on TikTok seems to show a Prince George's County, Maryland police officer fucking in the back seat. I don't know how else to say it nicely. This happened over, I think, the July 4th holiday, or this happened in recent weeks. And this PG County cop who has been a police for a significant amount of time, who seems to be a messy motherfucker all around, was caught on camera at a local park down in Oxon Hill in the southern part of the county, where the kids is out here playing soccer and shit. And him and his mistress link up right there in the parking lot and get in the back seat for all to see. Now, what we are going to look at here is a collection of videos. Y'all know how I love the videos. I love pictures. Pictures tell the story. So the first clip is going to be of the TikTok video. I wasn't able to find the original because, TikTok is a reproduction madness. My God. But I found a video that, in my opinion, closely resembled enough the original. And it's going to be the Bama speaking the Spanish, right? And even if you don't speak Spanish, when the young bruv hits you with the yo, like that shit is universal. Everybody, it's easily understood. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see that video, followed by an NBC Washington News 4 clip where PG County correspondent Tracy Wilkins gets into this officer's record a little bit, because this officer has been featured by Tracy Wilkins on Channel 4 before, not his first time. And then the last clip we're going to see comes again from TikTok, but it comes from a sister who was fully invested in the mess, because there was mess on Facebook between this officer's wife, this officer's girlfriend. And, we talk a lot of seriousness on this show. So I wanted to delve a little bit into the mess. We can get a teeny tiny bit messy, can't we all? Will, is everything queued up and ready to go, my dear brother?
Yep.
Nice. All right, you guys. It's the original TikTok, the NBC4 package, and then the Facebook recap drama of the mess. Let's take a look.
Nos gustan los pies a nosotros. Mira, pisando está, mira. No, yo lo acordaba, lo voy a mandar. No te vaya a ver porque vaya. Para el carro, mira, ve, para atrás la lleva, mira, ve. Ey, no, mira, para... corriendo ya, mira. Ey, yo. Quítate, maje, ¿verdad? Quítate, Ale. Ey, yo. Ay, pero por lo menos disimulándote para allá, ve, escondido. Es un animal, es policía, pelón.
Showing a Prince George's County police officer. The department confirms it has suspended this officer. The video appears to show him embracing a woman, then joining her in the back seat of his police cruiser. The video's gone viral and has more than 2 million views on TikTok alone.
The Prince George's County Police Department has suspended the officer as it continues investigating the circumstances. The News 4 I-Team and Telemundo 44 have been working together to get to the bottom of what's happening here. And in an interview you'll only see on 4, the man who took the original video explains what he saw and why he posted it.
Our investigative reporter Tracy Wilkins joins us now live in the studio with what he had to say and what we know about that officer in this video, Tracy.
Well, Jim, as you know, I've spent nearly a decade covering the Prince George's County Police Department, including wrongdoing that's resulted in charges for some of its officers. Turns out the officer seen in this now viral video is an officer I've featured before in a separate case where he was accused of abusing his girlfriend's child, though those charges were ultimately dropped. He's back in the news again.
We were just trying to have a good time, go to play soccer.
Nelson Ochoa says he was in South Lawn Park in Oxon Hill on Labor Day enjoying a game of soccer with other families when a Prince George's County police cruiser pulled up and parked. He doesn't know what made him start to record, but he did.
As soon as I started recording, a car pulled up and then a young lady came out.
He recorded the two appearing to embrace and kiss and then get into the back of the officer's squad car.
We couldn't believe what we were seeing, and then what really made us go like, wow, like this is crazy is when, like I said, when the car started rocking a little bit to the left and right, that's when we were like, wow, this is crazy. In broad daylight with kids around. He was in the car for about 35 to 40 minutes.
Afterward, he says both quickly drove away in separate directions. Prince George's County Police released a statement on X, formerly known as Twitter, saying they were aware of the video and are investigating to determine the circumstances. They tell the I-Team they have identified the officer, though they have not released his name. Multiple police sources tell me it's Francesco Marlette, seen here in this picture. We reported on him back in 2016 when he was accused of beating his then-girlfriend's 3-year-old son. In 2019, the father of that child told me in an exclusive interview that he was trying to keep Marlette away from his son.
He would say, Daddy, Francesco, which is his mom's boyfriend, hits me in my face and hits me in my stomach, and he's really mean.
According to the boy's medical records, the 3-year-old was spanked, resulting in a head injury. The Prince George's officers who responded that day ruled it an accident. A grand jury disagreed and charged Marlette. But after agreeing to anger management, Marlette never stood trial. The charges were dropped, his record expunged, and he was back on the force. His attorney declined to comment on the case at the time. A few years later, Marlette is making news again, now, in this viral video.
I woke up this morning and it had 2 million views already.
Ochoa says he hopes police will take a close look at what's going on in this video.
Yeah, I'm glad I caught all of that on camera so Prince George can see the type of officers they have in office, working for them, supposedly protecting the community.
Now, we tried contacting Marlette and officers who know him and also an attorney who represented him before, and we have not had a response from Marlette as of yet. I'm Tracy Wilkins, News 4 I-Team.
Y'all, this wouldn't be a story if it didn't get messier. So shout out to No Jumper because they posted that the wife of the Maryland cop that got caught with another woman speaks out. But y'all, that's not all. The mistress spoke out too. Okay, so the wife's name is Paula Marlette, seen right here with the red dreads. And the mistress happened to be Virginia Pinto, seen right here. Okay, so the wife said, thank you to everyone. And yes, this is a very difficult time for me and my kids. As embarrassing and painful as this is, please check in on us. We need the support and the love, most of all, the respect from the community and our families. She goes on to say, yes, I know what's been going on. And no, I am not updating anyone on the situation after today. Virginia's husband, the mistress, left her a long time ago because she cheated. So she and my husband decided to do this behind my back for years, honey. She goes on to say that I'm not seeking anyone else's input. I don't need anyone's opinion. My life is my life. I will make decisions accordingly. I love you all, except for you, Virginia. Because you can rot in child. Now, Virginia has something to say. She goes on to say, not that I owe anyone an explanation. This girl has been cheating on her husband for a while now herself. Yeah. She goes on to say, I know everything. And everyone, look, this is life. And y'all know nothing. She goes on to say that I've done nothing wrong. You ain't done nothing wrong, girl. You cheating on your husband with a married. Come on. You ain't done nothing wrong. She goes on to say, all I want to say is y'all have the whole info wrong. Paula Marlette isn't saying the whole story, which I understand, but please don't be mad at me because your husband wants me. This can't be real. this cannot be real. Okay, y'all, if they post anything else, y'all gonna get it here first. I swear. I'm gonna be on it. I'm gonna get on my Zoom.
I suggest you follow her on TikTok because Kim is not going to be on it. Kim, this is the extent that Kim is going to be tuned into any part of the Facebook mess. But I just figured because I know some of y'all's is messy, and I know y'all would probably appreciate a little bit of Facebook mess between the wife and the mistress, as it were. But some interesting little caveats to pull out of this scene with Officer Marlette. As you heard in the package, yeah, he was initially investigated for alleged child abuse of a 3-year-old. And when the 3-year-old's father says that the 3-year-old tells him that Officer Marlette has been spanking him and kicking or injuring him in the stomach somehow, I'm inclined to believe. You know what I'm saying? The father came across to me as very credible. And I would imagine the then 3-year-old, I don't know if they would make up things like that. And the cop, once other police came to the scene, I guess to investigate the child abuse allegations, they deemed it as, quote, accidental. Just another example of how police cover up, take up for each other, manipulate official accountings of events, distort information, misrepresent information. Because I'd be willing to believe that the child was actually displaying some sort of injury, be it a bruise or otherwise, right? Because, that's why I suppose that's when you call the police is when you have a little bit of evidence, would be my assumption. But the fact that his record was expunged and he was returned back to duty with, not much to say about it, tells you all that you need to know. And so much kudos and protection and solidarity going to the young man who shot that video. My fear is that this young man's going to be targeted and harassed by the police. And I laugh, not because it's funny, because it is the absurd ways in which police retaliate, right? You can't fuck with the police. What did Mike Evans, what was the end of goddamn Fridays? You can't fuck with the police. Y'all can't fuck with the police. Y'all can't fuck with the police. The police be about that vengeance. They be about that get back. They be all about that revenge. And you know that the police are not here for some regular ass citizens to be documenting and being citizen journalists to their shady actings and their shady dealings. But at the end of the day, if Officer Marlette and the rest of these PG County cops did not want all their dirty business aired out, nigga, go to the no-tell motel like regular people. Like why you in the back seat of your Jeep swinging episodes in the middle of Sunday afternoon while the children is running around playing football, huh? Messy ass. That should give you an indication of how the whole department gets down by that messy fucking veteran officer. Which, by the way, what year is this? They said the child abuse allegations was 2014. We 9 years later, nigga. You still on the street? Must not be passing them detectives exams, huh? Or you probably make more money on the street robbing people. Maybe it's something. It's probably something to that effect. Would be my guess. Well, pop up that article for me if you could. What's up, Damien? What's up, Stoner Loner? What's up, Sandra Barros? Hello, hermana. Good to see you in here. The article is pretty interesting. Let me drop this actually in the chat because y'all can check it out for yourselves. But the article talks about, number one, the difficulty it is in trying to ascertain abuse data on police. What do I mean by abuse? I mean domestic abuse data, child abuse data on police, and the scant evidence that is available does not paint a very favorable picture of how the police not only engage on the streets, but how they engage at home. In fact, police officers, according to this report, 15 times more likely to commit domestic violence. The child abuse numbers are comparable. I want you guys to check that out on your own time. But my point in even referencing this is that number one, I find that those 2014 allegations were credible, despite the fact that nothing was done seemingly to protect the child from the on behalf of the Prince George's County Police Department. But as in the case for most abusers, like they don't stop at just one. It's like Pringles. I'm sorry, you thought he was kicking one child's ass. I'm sorry, you thought that was the only child's ass he ever kicked. Think he ain't never beat no woman. Think he ain't never beat no quote suspect while out on the field. Come on, let's not be ridiculous here. But I just wanted to add a little bit more context and texture to this viral story. Will, you can take that down at your convenience. Thank you so much. That is a really good piece by Fatherly, an interesting selection by me, considering my later topic on tonight's show. But yeah. Don't be surprised when PG County and possibly Metropolitan Police down here in DC go viral for other terrible reasons. But thankfully, everyone survived this police encounter. And, I just wish they would be a little bit more discerning, really, about most things, about everything. But you wouldn't go viral if you wouldn't be out here being messy, by and large, right? Which might even lead us to our next story, which I'm going to take a quick pause. And before I get into that, thank you all so much for coming through. Do me a favor, if you could please hit the like, the subscribe, the share. We got some new subscribers. I was surprised. I'm like, where'd they come from? I was a little shocked to see them. When the numbers go up, I get skeptical. Like I said, most YouTubers get happy. I get skeptical. I frown my face up like, who the fuck is these people? we already got our sharp little regulars of 60 to about 120. We start getting into the upper thousands, then I start to believe that we're being infiltrated. Y'all understand? Ugh. I'm the worst media personality in the world. I love broadcasting. I have no desire to be popular. I do not aim to be popular. I aim to service the folks with information and stories that I think are relevant and important. And usually those stories do not line up with what is popular and trendy. So there's that. But anyway, really quick, just want to remind everybody, and I don't know if the hearts are in here, Anna, Mama Lorraine, Learn Life, Abby, I believe the disability support chat is this weekend. Now ask me what day it is. Today is, well, what's today? Today is the 8th. Yes. So tomorrow's the 9th, September 9th, 999. Rest in peace to a fake one. Herman Cain, 999. So tomorrow on 9/9, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. I do not know what time, Greenwich Mean Time, but Damien know. Please join us for our disability support chat. If you're looking for the information about how to join the disability support chat, you can find that in your email probably tomorrow morning. If you are a patron, and if you're a member, channel member, look for that information to be posted in the morning time. I want to thank Anna Hart, Mama Lorraine, Learn Life Abby, everybody that comes out and shows up for the disability support chats. We've been doing these for over a year. In case you don't know what they are, it is not only just for disabled folks, it is for people who are caregivers, it's for folks who are disabled adjacent, for folks who may have just curiosity, interest in what disability issues, concerns, advocacy is. We encourage you guys to do that, because what's the phrase, everybody? Disability is coming for everyone. Now, when it comes, how it comes, who can really say? But you don't want to be surprised when it arrives, right? So let's try to make the world more accessible everywhere for everyone. Um, and I think us having these conversations are a small way of getting that ball rolling. So if you could join us tomorrow, September 9th, 5 p.m. for the disability support chat. We call it Around the Fire because we get fired up, don't we, Latif? Yes, indeed. So thank you guys so much for all that you do and for showing up. Okie dokie. All right, let me sit up here because okay. So shout out to the comrade Renee Johnston. Renee Johnston very nicely keeps telling everybody, all the viewers of the Remix Morning Show, she like, Kim, you don't be on Twitter, but this is what's happening. And she's right. I do not be on Twitter, y'all. I cannot engage in social media and simultaneously experience peace in my real life. So I engage as little as possible, if at all, on social media these days. And if you don't believe me, check my timelines and you will see by and large I don't post a lot, and I don't anyway, I don't do a lot on social media. So when the conversation came up on Thursday's Remix Morning Show about a tweet posted by one of my faves, you guys know Amani Barberin. You guys know I have been standing Amani for a very long time, right? I was curious because I didn't know the context of the tweet. We'll get to the tweet. Actually, we will talk about the tweet. But what we're going to do here that we didn't do on the morning show is address what was the precipitating event that even sparked Amani's tweet in the first place. And it had to do with a Black woman who experienced not only street harassment, but street violence. Violence. This woman named Ro. Is that her name? I'm asking y'all. I'm supposed to be telling y'all what her name is. But I truthfully, I wasn't able to get a whole lot about her because it seems as though some of her accounts have disappeared. And it stems in part because of the large amount of harassment that she has received over the past several days behind her posting and in the viral video of her, and I say alleged attack, but it's not alleged because it's been captured and documented. So what I want us to do is take a look at a collection of clips. The first clip we're going to see is of the woman, right, who is a lesbian, and she's very out and proud. You know, we don't, that fine with us, right? Be free, be who you want to be. Everybody else can suck it. You know, we support gay and trans folks over here, gender non-conforming folks over here. This is a rainbow friendly space. Please make no mistake about that. We do not tolerate homophobia and transphobia. Latif, if you see anybody fucking cutting up, don't even ask no questions. Yap their head. Coupe la tête, right? So she's gay. And she has made lots of videos. And again, I'm not fully versed on her content. I don't fully know what her shtick might be. But from the videos that I saw, it wasn't anything that I felt that anybody should or could be offended by. At least the limited videos that I saw. So this one video that we're going to start off with has been making the rounds on Twitter, right? And it's her about to go out. She's gorgeous, beautiful woman. And she's talking about how she likes girls, right? Okay, cool. The next video, you're going to see her out, and then you're going to see, I believe, her attack, where out on the street, a man strikes her in the face. Then you're going to see her questioning all the male bystanders, the male witnesses. This just didn't happen in a dark alley somewhere. Like it was daytime, right? Lots of people outside on the street. A lot of people saw this, and she's questioning them, screaming at them, why did you let this happen? And then the final video is her, I believe, in a space where she's receiving care, and she's very upset. So let me give content warnings, okay? Because really this whole segment should be given with a content warning, because it's deep misogynoir violence against women, deep anti-blackness, deep homophobia. I mean, the shit is deep, deep, deep. And we got a lot of things to get into, but let me bring everybody up to speed contextually as best as I could, okay? So let's take a look at these clips.
I hope every black woman is kissing another black woman because we are the innate protectors and the providers. We protect societies, we protect communities with our intellectual property, with our lived experiences, with our breast milk, with our bodies. We're the ones and the two. Bitch, not even the three. Because men are not providers and protectors, not innately, because they only protect what they possess. But we protect everybody and we provide, baby, okay? So I hope you catch a girl tonight, because I hope I do. Ew. And don't forget, before there was feminism, it was lesbians who were living those lives without worried about niggas. Like, they were not worried about niggas. They were decentering men. So before there was feminism, there were lesbians. Hey, excuse me, thank you.
You ever fuck with Brianna Taylor ever again? You ever fuck with Brianna Taylor ever again?
Life to deserve this. I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, what are you gonna do? And I told all these men, like, yo, why this man got a brick on my face? And he's holding a brick, and all these niggas is watching, and nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face, and then they all just watch, and they let that nigga get in a corner. How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women?
That's all very tough to watch. Will, we are missing a clip though. I think that was only 3 clips, my guy. Do we have a 4th? If you're able to find it, let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know. Because it was only 3, and I didn't see that longer one that you was talking about. But
Okay.
I'll see if I can find it though.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you. Well, listen, even the clips that we just saw there give a good idea of what happened. Now, she went online to share what happened to her. And if you thought that she got compassion, if you thought that she got understanding, if you think that she received sympathy in return for her very courageously sharing about how she was brutally assaulted by a strange man to her in front of a bunch of witnesses, you would be mistaken. In fact, she is being met with scorn. She is being met with homophobia. She is being met with misogynoir. She is being met with all types of variations of bitch, well, you deserved it. That first clip of her healthy, happy, getting ready to go out, I've seen that video on Twitter recaptioned by people saying, look, and here she was talking cash shit about men. Skirt. What cash shit did she talk about men? She said men are not innately protectors and providers. Not innately protectors and providers. She didn't say these niggas ain't shit. They don't provide. They don't do da da da. I think she made a reasonable assessment. You know what I'm saying? Perhaps from her perspective. That could engage a little bit more conversation about what she meant by that. But that statement by itself is not anything that I would take as a diss to men. The other thing she said was lesbians were decentering men before feminism. Okay, for people who study gender studies and sexual identity and all that shit, I think that is cause for a little bit more conversation. I mean, because I don't know, but listening to that, hearing that for the first 2-3 times, I'm like, Who would take offense to this? Oh, psych, I know who would take offense to it. Y'all fucking know too. y'all know too. Simple-minded motherfuckers would take offense to that, right? Simple-minded motherfuckers would see this beautiful lesbian woman and hear her say that she doesn't need a man. From what how I interpret that, in all variations of I don't need a man, what I hear women saying is I don't need a man to provide for me. My being housed is not dependent on a man. My being employed is not depending on a man. My ability to make money is not dependent on a man. My ability to care for myself in whatever ways that looks like is not dependent on a man. That doesn't say niggas ain't shit. What's up, Will?
Got that other clip ready.
My nigga. Let's run that real quick, Will. So this is a clip after what we saw her being struck. And this is her reacting in the immediate moments to the male witnesses and bystanders, again, who stood around and did nothing.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a fuck. Yeah, this man hit me, fucking grabbed a rock, and it hit me in my fucking face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just fucking watch. Y'all see that shit? Y'all see that shit? What y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man and fucking do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face? Man, fuck all y'all niggas.
That's it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just to add a little bit more context, because she did confront the male witnesses and bystanders afterwards and asked them why didn't they do anything, and they stood around, shrugged their shoulders. What you want me to do? No, nigga. Just stand the fuck there like you did, okay? And remember that shit when it's your grandmother being pushed to the ground by some randos. But you know what? Hold on. Let me simmer down. Okay. So the response that she's gotten online has been absolutely horrific. It has been dripping with homophobia, with misogynoir, with wishing more violence upon her, with justifying the violence that she received. And I want us to take a look at some of the response clips. Now, let me give a trigger warning because I was deeply triggered by some of the shit that these motherfuckers was online saying, but I think it's important that we get at least a small sampling, whether or not this is fully representative of the entire responses she received, because she has received some support. Let me not act like she has received zero. But we all know that the negativity rings out louder and hits harder sometimes than the positivity. So I want us to take a listen at some of these response videos, including a gentleman who was there, who witnessed the whole thing. And I would like for y'all to hear why he did not intervene to prevent this woman from getting hit in the face with a brick because she turned down a man's advances for her phone number. For her phone number. A brick to the face for refusing to give her phone number. Well, if we could please take a look at that.
Goddamn right they ain't protected. Go get a man. That's how you get protected. Your man protect you. Your brother protect you. I'm not just protecting no strange black woman. My woman gonna be mad at a motherfucker. I'm out here helping another. No. Get you a woman, black woman. That's how you get protection. But black women say they don't need no man, right? I don't need no man. Then you don't need protection. Go get your gun then if you ain't got protection.
What make you ladies think in 2023 a man is going to risk his life for a woman he don't know and fight and go to battle and die for women that don't even like them? Why should a man risk his life for a woman? For what reason? For what reason? When you women don't like men. A lot of you women hate men. So if you're an independent woman, take care of it yourself. You're independent. So don't come to a man to rescue you when you're in problem because now you want a man to save you. What happened to independent woman? Go be an independent woman. No man finna risk his life for no woman he don't know. That's not his queen in 2023. So he's supposed to die for you. And he don't know you. He don't owe you nothing. So if you want a man to risk his life for you, go find you your own husband. No man gonna risk his life for a woman he don't know or he don't love.
Black women who are independent, that don't need a man for nothing, that don't need a man for protection, I'm suggesting you get yourself a brick. It's only 58 cents. So you can protect yourself instead of talking down a man and expecting man to come protect you when you start trouble. And I wasn't victim blaming. I didn't blame nobody. I didn't blame her. All I'm saying is it wouldn't have gone as far as it did if she also had walked away. And how come nobody is even asking about the guy that hit her with the brick? Nobody even asked me who he is. Everybody just so focused on me not being there, me not telling the truth, but nobody's even focused on who actually hit her with the brick. Have anybody even tried to find out who he was? How come I don't see nobody posting him? How come I don't see nobody posting the guy that actually hit her with a brick? How come nobody's asking about him? I'm not victim blaming, but you guys want to be so independent. You guys don't need no man. So when you do get hit on your in your face with a brick this big, because this exact brick that it's not the exact brick, but this was the style of the brick, and he grabbed it like this, and bang! I saw the makeup fall off her face and attach to the brick. I saw the brick fall down. It was like when Beckham scored his last goal. You should have seen the way the brick bended across her face all the way to the cheekbone. I couldn't do nothing about it. I was not going to sacrifice my life for a total stranger who is causing chaos. And I stand with what I said, and I will do it again in a heartbeat. I'll watch as the brick goes across her face and do nothing about it. And I'm not ashamed of it. Once again, I wasn't victim blaming. She don't deserve what she got, but once again, she could have still avoided it. She could have avoided it by walking away and keep her mouth shut. It's that simple. Like, I hate to say it, but it's that simple. Walk away. And she didn't. She kept on talking. She kept on talking. Not everybody is your father. Not everybody is your brother. So watch the way you talk to people in public, because people can react a different way. Imagine if you had shot her. She could have been dead by now. So don't talk crazy to stranger in public and expect a black man to come and protect you. Get a brick. Protect yourself. Brick City.
Wow. Anger, derision, scorn, humor, victim blaming. I mean, it runs the gamut. James, I see you in the chat, and I think I read you correctly. Was it the guy she slapped? Now, to be clear, I'm not familiar with this woman's content, and from what I understand, um, she has, I guess, pulled some stunts online, like she goes in on white folks online. I don't I to the extent that she put her hands on somebody else, I am not clear about that, and I have not read anything to indicate that that is what happened. But there are no quote official recaps or recollections per se of what actually transpired, because as many people on social media have pointed out, according to them, that this woman, I think her name is Rhoda, Roda. I don't think that she's filed a police report, right? And that seems to be a sticking point for a lot of the people who want to discredit her claims. There's a lot of folks even claiming that this was a hoax, that this was actually an actual stunt, that somehow she orchestrated this or she's faking this somehow. I don't believe that that's the case, but and like I said, James, I don't know that she struck anybody, but she might have clowned dude, right? Like, it definitely sounds like sis is the kind of chick that, if a man is coming up to her with unwanted advances, right? Like, she may not be nice. Even if she's not nice, I don't see how that justifies a brick to the face and complete inaction by strangers who witness a man put a brick in a woman's face. Okay? There's some aspects of this I want to come back to, those reaction clips, because the woman who was said, if ain't no man gonna sacrifice himself in 2023 for a woman that's not his queen. Oh, so what happens when men see elderly women getting beat? Do they not intercede because they're not their queen? Like the expectation, like I just want us to be fucking clear here. So let's be clear. I mean, just so there's no ambiguity. There is no community. You understand? Like there is no community collectivism to prevent or stop street violence. I'm excluding domestic violence and intimate partner violence out of this totally, because this is a stranger on stranger situation. This is a street encounter. And the amount of violence that women, especially black women, not only black women, of course, but this is a black woman led and centered channel. I'm going to talk about the black woman experience unapologetically, okay? The amount of street harassment violence that black women experience, of course, it's underreported. Because I want y'all, let's play that scenario out a little bit. Rhoda, the victim, right? What does she do? She go to the police and say what? This man, whose name I don't know, whose address I don't know, picked up a brick and hit me in the face, and all those brothers over there saw it. So the officer, assuming they give a fuck in the first place, go over to interview the witnesses. What the fuck do you think all them witnesses are gonna say? Hey man, I didn't see nothing, man. All I know is that she was being loud, and then next thing I know, she was screaming about how she got a brick to the face. I don't know the brother. I don't see him. I don't know who he is. I don't know where he went. I don't know. So all this bullshit online talking about why didn't she file a police report? Kill the fucking noise. The police do not keep us safe, and bum ass motherfuckers like all those goddamn useless bystanders clearly do not keep women safe, right? Well, if you could please, can you pop up Imani Barbarin's tweet? Imani Barbarin. There goes my hero. Woo! Watch her as she goes. There goes my hero. She's ordinary. You know I love Imani. I don't even know Imani. I love Imani, okay? Now, Imani got a lot of fucking shit for this tweet. She said, black men are not the white people of black people. They are the police. And if you go to Black Power Media, Imani Barbarin, Thursday morning after the Remix Morning Show, she was interviewed by the good bruv, Dr. Jared Ball. And Jared asked her repeatedly, about this tweet. Now, let me be clear. When I saw the tweet, I had no reference for the context. Thursday morning is the first time I encountered this tweet, and it was live on the morning show. I didn't know what the fuck she was talking about, okay? And I'm going to give all of my Remix Morning Show comrades the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to assume that they too did not know in what context this tweet was made. And the reason why I say, why I'm assuming that they didn't, because nobody, not Jared, not Jackie, not Ear Doctor, not myself, none of us brought up the fact that this tweet was in response to Imani engaging on Twitter and I believe on TikTok in the discourse surrounding this black woman, Rhoda, getting hit in the face with a brick by a man who was a stranger to her on the street, and how nobody did anything, right? So I had to sit with this. For a minute. Thank you, Will, for keeping that up. Keep that up. Black men are not the white people of black people. They are the police. This tweet ruffled feathers. It pissed people off. And I gotta say, hold on. Am I reading that right, Will? Does that say 1 million views? Does that indicate that this tweet was engaged 1 million times?
Yep.
Thank you. 1 million. Tremendous engagement. Right? Massive engagement. Pissed people off. Now, I was not pissed when I first heard it because I could see where she was coming from. I've had men, not just black, but including black men, Police what I say, police what I wear. Why don't you smile? I like it better when your hair is straight. I don't like all that bush. Kim, why don't you're really pretty when you wear makeup. So what the fuck am I without makeup, you fucking asshole? But you know what? Hold on. Now I'm getting ahead of myself. But anyway, so I thought about this. Are black men the police of the black community? Now, Brother Jared took issue with, I think, the literal use of the word police as in armed agents of the state. Amani was very clear. And again, I encourage you all to please go back and watch the interview if you haven't already that he gave Jared and Imani that's on Black Power Media. Amani was very clear. She said, first of all, I made this post intentionally to be incendiary. I wanted to sit back and look at the reaction to what I said, and specifically how people react to me saying such things. And what she meant by how they react to me, she means as a black disabled woman who's fat by her description, who's queer, and who's dark skinned, right? In the Eurocentric model of desirability, people who stand at the intersections that Imani stands at get told a lot of fucked up shit because they are not perceived as desirable, right? Hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm upset. Okay, because I've been emotional about this for the past day and a half, and I've got a lot on my chest. I'm trying to get this off, but I want to get it off in a way that makes sense and in a way that is principled. Okay. So when she said the black men are the police, she said, per her interview with Jared, she said that she used it metaphorically. But I sat and thought about it, right? Because at first I'm like, well, just swap out police for enforcers. Like, use whatever other synonym you want to use. Maybe instead of using it metaphorically, maybe she should be using it as a simile. You know what I'm saying? Black men are like the police, or they can behave as the police, not per se as armed agents of the state, but dictators of conduct of women in public and in private, right? But let's talk this out for a second. Like, what do some police do, right? Because not all cops, right? There's only a few bad apples in the cops. Let the cops tell it, right? The whole institution isn't rotten. It's only a few bad apples, right? So, switching that over to the analogy to black men are the police. Are all black men bad? No, it's just a few bad apples. It's just a few bad apples. And and like the police, what do they need? They just need better training. They just need better training. And when women do not do what some black men would like them to do, in this instance, give up their phone number, well, why didn't she just comply? Why didn't she just comply? Why didn't she just comply? Because had she complied, she may not have been met with violence. Who does that sound like? The police? The police? Will, if you could please. Hold on, let me say this real quick. I understand people were upset by her tweet, okay? But I don't think people took the time to deep the context of her tweet, what she was responding to, and what she really meant. So if the majority of black men are not abusive, not inclined to attack a woman stranger to them on the street for not giving their phone number, I believe that most black men don't do that. So we're talking about a small minority, right? So only a few are aggressive and violent to women and I suppose children. And who else? Even to other men, right? Shit, I know men is scared of other men out here for good reason. These niggas is dangerous. But I can't be concerned, and nor should Amani be concerned, with assuaging people's feelings, because only a hit dog will holler. I said, Will told me this before we went on air. One of my other guy friends told me this. They was like, yo, when I read that tweet, that shit hurt, but it didn't hurt personally. It hurt because of the accuracy, right? So anyone that would be personally offended by that, then I can only assume that there are behaviors, either past or present, that make you or a certain man or whomever, men, collection of men, whoever, make them feel triggered. Because I can't understand. Okay, I'll give y'all a perfect example. I'm a Gen X woman, 45 years old, born in 78, in high school, all in the mid 90s, graduated college, 2001. You feel me? The height of misogyny. The height of that late 20th century misogyny, right? My whole teenage years, preteen, pubescent, young adult, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. These bitches is gold diggers. These bitches want to get in your pockets. Oh, you black women, y'all are so mouthy and attitudinal. That's why we dating white women. That's why we date Latinas and Asians and anybody but y'all mouthy, rude, attitudinal bitches, right? So I and me and every woman in my demographic, somehow we were supposed to instinctually know that they are our friends, our relatives, or whoever, weren't talking about us. When they talk about hoes and tricks and gold diggers and you bitches is not desirable and not worthy, somehow innately I was either supposed to know that I was being talked about, or, well, if it don't apply to you, you shouldn't get mad. Well, let's keep that same fucking energy, shall we? If I had to compartmentalize all of the negative stereotypes and assertions about black women, particularly during my formidable years, right? Y'all niggas can be okay being told that black men are the police, and don't act obtuse when you fucking hear it, because you knew exactly what the fuck she meant. And to be clear, y'all, this is not aimed at any one person or persons at all. This is for anybody, okay? This is for everybody. This is for everybody. Everybody. So women were supposed to know that, oh, that we're not talking about you, sister. But y'all don't know. I can only assume you feel guilty. Like, why else? Why be mad? Why feel guilt? Why? If it ain't you, why would anybody? Why would you feel some kind of way? Unless you felt triggered, unless you felt hit by that. And that's the thing. This is one of the things I need all y'all good brothers to do. I need y'all to stop feeling personally attacked when women are commenting about behavior of terrible men. Why would you feel a personal attack by that? And it's very strange, because even going back to some of the police analogies, right? Like, black men very clearly understand police violence. They understand that because police killed someone in Baltimore, and they killed someone in Columbus, and they killed someone in New York City, and they killed someone in Florida, that those are not just one-off events pertaining to individual officers and individual victims of police violence. Black men understand that is a systemic issue, right? They understand that. But when it comes to these women, particularly black women, that are supposed to have all this fucking protection, I ain't seen it. Where's that? When it comes to women, like, and you hear about women getting attacked, and you hear about women getting raped, and you hear about women getting murdered by their partners, like, that shit gets shoulder shrugs. It don't even get mentioned. Oh, well, she must have chose the wrong guy, or why didn't she get out? Why? But you don't see the systemic shit connected to that. But when it comes to your own life, being taken by the hands of the state, you get that. And you can understand that system of power and oppression. But patriarchy, what? That's some made up shit, huh? That's something the feminazis made up, right? That's something that the feminists, all the misandrists made up. Jesus? Where am I going? Because I just want to give y'all an idea of how fucking widespread this shit is. Because motherfuckers, I guess, I don't know, do you think we making it up? Like, do you think we're lying? Like, do you think that women don't have some sort of fear leaving out of their house to go and conduct their everyday fucking business? Like the same way black men feel fear when they see the police pull up behind them. Women feel fear when they see a brother, or not just, don't have to be a brother, but I'm talking about black people right now. So yeah, let me speak from my experience. Let me say brother, okay? If I see a brother checking me out and I'm not interested in engaging for whatever fucking reason I feel like, it could be a combination of I'm not attracted to I don't have the fucking time, right? I have to gauge my speech, my body language in the same way that black men have to gauge their speech and their body language to the fucking cops. I have to do that the same way. Because God forbid that this man not only feels entitled to my time, he feels entitled to my phone number. He might feel entitled to touch me. He feels entitled to my name. He feels entitled to know where the fuck I'm going. He feels entitled. And should I reject him, nicely or otherwise, I know that there is a likelihood that he will become violent. And again, while I wish beyond wishing that I could quantify the shit, I wish I could put a percentage on it. I don't know the percentage of motherfuckers that's going to react badly if they get rejected in public. But you know what the number isn't? It's definitely not zero, okay? It's definitely not a zero chance that I will experience violence. The chance is there. Now let's switch that around. Gentlemen, my good bruvs present here tonight, how often have you felt in fear for your bodily safety by rejecting a strange woman's advances on the street? And I need y'all to be honest. Out of 10 times, how many times have you felt that you think that your life might be in danger if you reject this woman? And the first smart ass motherfucker that say 10 out of 10, Latif, ban that nigga. Yo, because I'm not doing disingenuousness. Not tonight. Not after I lost sleep behind this fucking video last night. I'm not playing these dumb games with y'all. Because niggas is chirping about hurt feelings. I'm chirping about fucking the bodies piling up. You want to talk about gender? You want to talk about gender wars? Oh, let's talk about gender wars. Let us discuss some gender wars. Will, what is that first article? Is it the Revolt, John? Pull up the Revolt article. Now listen, I found 5 stories. I believe 5. Okay, and I was very intentional with the stories that I was selecting. What was I selecting? I was trying to find stories of which a woman was either harmed or murdered by a stranger, by a man she did not know. And I was specifically trying to find black women, okay? Didn't have to look far. Okay? And trust me, I waded through many, many dozens of domestic violence and intimate partner violence murders of women by their partners, okay? Because that's not what we're talking about here. We can talk about it. We need to talk about it, but not tonight. Not tonight. Because tonight we're talking about street harassment. And tonight we're talking about stranger on stranger violence and the ways in which women routinely encounter this shit. To the extent that these are not individualized cases, this is a fucking massive crisis that only apparently a few of us seem to think is a crisis, which is wild as shit. So this is from Revolt, and this story pertains. You guys may have heard this story. 23-year-old, I believe her name is Janaea Harris. Let me double check that. At the University of Alabama, Janaea was not a student, but she was hanging out in Tuscaloosa with her boyfriend. When the car that she was riding in was approached by another car with two gentlemen in it. I believe both of them were University of Alabama basketball players, one of them named Darius Miles. And I know you heard about the shooting because all this happened like pre-March Madness, and U of A was, really competitive in the tourney and whatnot. But so while the police did not confirm the motivation for the shooting, like I said, 23-year-old Janaea was murdered, shot to death. Her mother, in an interview with CNN, this is published by Revolt, her mother seemed to believe that the reason Janaea died was because she rejected the advances of one of the men in the car. Because according to Janaea's mother, and Janaea was there with her boyfriend, by the way, according to Janaea's mother, these two student athletes, they were all, in traffic, as it were. I can kind of picture it. And they started flirting with Janaea, but she turned them down. And next thing her boyfriend knew, they were being shot at. And he returned fire, but it was too late. Janaea was already struck and killed. Will, if you could please pop up that next article for me. Why is this doing this? Okay. The article about the coworker. First degree murder charges for man who killed a coworker after she rejected his romantic advances. This happened in St. Cloud, Minnesota. 28-year-old. I don't know if Michael Carpenter was 28. Actually, I think Nicole Hammond. I think the 28-year-old is Nicole Hammond, who is the victim. Nicole Hammond worked with that gentleman there, Michael Carpenter. Michael Carpenter, according to police, via text messages, had come on to Nicole, and via text message, Nicole had rejected his advances, but asked him if they could please keep it cordial at work, but she wasn't interested in him, and she asked him to please not to touch her. What did Michael do? One morning this year, as Nicole was coming into work, she was parking her vehicle. Michael approached her, shot her, and then fled the scene. He's been charged with first and second degree murder. Will pop up the next article for me. Man breaks woman's nose after she does not say good morning. Again, and some of y'all, not y'all, I don't even think y'all. I love y'all, but some people who will come and peruse my channel and have left comments under stories that I have covered about Black women being murdered will call me a misandrist. Oh, you would focus on a story like this. I'm sorry. I would focus on a woman who was the victim of violence. Yeah, you're right. I would. And trust me, I take no pleasure when Black men murder Black women. That shit makes me fucking sad. To be clear, in this case, I don't know the race of the folks, but it was a good example of how women can be on the receiving end for literally doing absolutely nothing. This story out of Boston: man breaks woman's nose after she doesn't say good morning. The man who did that is 33 years old. And I think he was white because his name was Ian. And I do know some Black Ians, but he had a non, I won't say non-Black. I guess none of us have Black last names, but none of us Black folks, that is. But this happened in Boston. Like I said, the woman was minding her fucking business, walking down the street. She didn't say good morning, and allegedly 33-year-old Ian Atkinson punched her several times in the head, including breaking her nose. This happened in July in Boston. And I want to show you guys the video of a story that happened recently in New York City. And Jesus, all my New York City ladies, please knife the fuck up. I know you're not supposed to have knives in New York. I don't know what the fuck NYPD expects y'all to do to be able to protect yourself. Like, no knives. What the fuck kind of policy is that? And it's probably no knives in Maryland. I just be ignoring that shit. Just be, police don't keep us safe. What your goddamn mind? We supposed to be out here defenseless? Shit, absolutely not. And the mandem don't keep us safe. The community don't keep us safe. And this is a perfect example of this. So I'm not sure if you guys saw this or not. And the video, let me give content warning for the video. And I'm sorry that this is such a graphic kind of show, but apparently, like, people really are not in tune to the level of violence, routine, regular, everyday violence that women experience out here. Like, I guess that's just our rite of passage. I mean, that's just some shit that we should expect. And why the fuck are we even complaining about the shit? You bitches know. You better comply or die. It's only a few bad apples out here actually hitting bitches. What's wrong with y'all? Why are you even complaining about it? Y'all need to watch how you speak to these men. This was an attack of a somewhat age unclear, because I've heard different ages associated with this woman. One report says that she's 59. I read another report that says she's 60. I read another report that says she's 62. So we can assume that this is a person, the victim of this attack, by the way, is approximately 60 years old. Okay. And that is enough information for you to know before we watch this clip. And again, content warning for gender-based violence, for violence enacted upon a woman on a subway. And the other content warning is no one is going to intercede. No one is going to intervene. So let's take a look. This clip is courtesy of Pix 11 News.
Oh my goodness. This cell phone video circulating social media shows a man viciously beating a woman, police say with her own cane. First, the man is seen hitting the woman with a belt. She used her cane to defend herself, but he pulls it away and used it against her. For at least 2 minutes while on the ground, the man continued beating the woman repeatedly. At one point, he hits her so hard, the top of the cane broke off. The 60-year-old woman tried to use her legs to keep the man off, but he just kept coming, swinging, and hitting her.
That video that's circulating around on social media, it's tough to watch.
Police believe it started as a dispute as the two were walking up a flight of stairs at the subway station here on West 116th Street and Lenox Avenue in Harlem. It was early Friday morning. That's when things quickly escalated to this.
The verbal dispute becomes physical, where you see on video the male striking the female with that wooden cane dozens of times and also striking her with that belt.
We showed the video to passengers at the station.
Horrible. That's not nice, because that could have been my mother.
While it's still unclear who recorded the video, you can hear the person describe what was happening.
She's being hit with a cane now.
The victim was taken to Harlem Hospital, but after watching the video, some are questioning why didn't anyone intervene to stop the man.
People don't get involved like they used to. People scared.
NYPD statistics show transit crime is down about 4.5% so far this year compared to last year. Meantime, police identified the man as 43-year-old Norton Blake.
Well, I pray they find him, and I pray he repent, give his heart to the Lord.
The victim is expected to be okay. Miraculously, as you saw, she took quite a beating. In the meantime, police say it's only a matter of time before they get that man in custody. But if you know his whereabouts, call police right away. For now, we're live in Harlem. Nicole Johnson, Pix 11 News.
Thanks, Nicole. The alleged perpetrator in that horrific beating of that elder 43 big years old. 43 years old. Let's see. That would make him born in 1980. Oh, you big man. Big man. Old enough to fucking know better, yeah? Old enough to know better. And and listen, blanket statements about black men are not useful, right? And circling back to Amani's tweet, that's not what I think that she was doing. I think she did exactly what she intended to do. She intended to be provocative. She intended to be incendiary, and she did that. And she was thought provoking at the same time because she made me think. Because I'm like, this chick is too smart to just be out here saying shit. You know what I'm saying? There was some shit behind that, and it got me to thinking, right? But so fine, we know that all black men are not out here doing this kinds of shit. We understand that that is a sliver of the brothers that are out here, right? But even within the sliver, right? So if we have the majority of black men not abusive, not willing to engage in that kind of bullshit, right? That's the majority. I accept that. I think that is correct. We have a small percentage of black men that are committing the abuse. And yes. But the percentage of men that are willing to intervene and stop an attack like that from happening is even smaller than that, right? So within the large share of brothers who are good brothers, there are fewer of them willing to intervene than there are the bad bruvs. I'm hoping that's making sense. Are y'all following me? So there's more bad bruvs than brothers that are willing to intervene, but overwhelmingly most brothers are good. I hope that's coming across, okay? So in that case, right? I mean, we don't have community control of the police. Clearly, the police ain't caught up with that motherfucker, right? He's still out here. So can we get community control of the abusers? And we can even start one at a fucking time. I'm willing on this show, we can go through, I'll go through the blotters, I'll go through the news reports. Maybe we could put out the pictures of 10 niggas, 10 pieces of shit like that, right? And can the community catch up with 10? Can we catch up with 10 a week? Because this shrugging the shoulders like this, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. It makes me uncomfortable. So I'm just going to not say anything. That's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. Because if you can open your mouth to complain about how a marginalized black woman is critiquing what she views as a endemic problem within our community. Ooh, it's thundering. If there is commentary and critique for that, and go look at Amani's mentions. Again, the tweet had 1 million views. It had like 600 something retweets, 600 something quote tweets, like, and you should see the shit that people were saying to her, right? If people have enough energy for that kind of commentary, where's the energy for the women getting beat up on the street just for saying no thank you, or I don't want your number? Or even if the sis who caught the brick to the face, even if she said the shit fucked up, even if she said, nigga, get out my fucking face, I'm sorry. Raise your hand if you think she still deserved a brick to the face. And then raise your hand and see your ass the fuck out of my goddamn chat. Because I'm not tolerating that bullshit. Should people be cordial? Yeah, but don't expect friendliness and politeness and cordiality out of me simply because I'm a woman. And hold on, let me skip back. Hold on. Back to the reaction videos real quick, right? You saw the sister in the middle, right? You cannot expect no man to be out here in 2023 to be taken up for some woman who's not his queen. What about some woman that's his grandmother or his great auntie? Like, again, why do we have to be having some sort of transactional expectation for women to be protected? So the lesbian sister didn't deserve protection from the man. Why? Because she don't want their dick? Because she don't want sex from them? Because they literally can't do anything for her except show up at the moment that the community needed? Because this is the message that's being sent to your daughters. And I want y'all to be very fucking clear about this, because I know that we got some parents in here, parents of girls. And I wish I was being sarcastic. I'm not. You might want to tell them that they need to carry some sort of protection. Weapon. Let me be clear. Weapon. Why? Because the situation, should they be confronted with a physically aggressive man of any race, but usually violence is intra-racial. Most times people are attacking people within their own race, right? Should she be physically confronted by a strange man on the street, even in daytime, even in a crowded situation, your daughter should have zero expectation that any man is going to step up and defend her. She should have no expectation. And you need to tell her that tonight. You need to tell her that as soon as it's age appropriate. And I think 10 years of age is very age appropriate. You need to tell her that, so it doesn't come as a shock to her when it happens in the real world. So it doesn't come as a absolute crushing blow to her sense of worth and value when she discovers that she is not worthy of protection from a perhaps comparably built man who could maybe fend off or defend her from her male attacker. Tell her that now. Tell her that now. So she don't have to find this out when she's 17, when she's 25, when she's 30. Tell her that now. She should have no expectation. And I know we have plenty of good involved fathers who are protectors and providers. And you gentlemen are not fools. You cannot be with your daughter at all times. You can't go with her to school. You can't go with her to work. You can't go with her when she go out with her friends. You can't go with her on vacation. Like, she's not going to have your protection, right? So tell her that she better be ready to defend her fucking self. Because and again, I think I've told y'all, I think I've been harmed by males about let's say 10, 12 times. I'm telling you, if I sit and count, if I sit down and count it, I'm probably be catatonic for a couple days. I'm probably not gonna be able to speak, because I'm telling you, a lot of the street harassment shit of my youth, I know for a fact that I blocked it out, right? I know for a fact that I blocked it out. The shit that I can remember is bad enough, right? I can only imagine the shit that I've forgotten, right? Tell your daughters right fucking now. Tell them now. Because at me, I'm going to count 3 occasions. 3. And I'll tell you one. And I've told y'all one. Maybe I've told y'all this one. I was in New York years ago, traveling alone by myself. I can't exactly recall why I was in New York, but I was. And I was headed back to the bus station or wherever the Peter Pan bus was picking people up to go back to Baltimore, wherever I was going home, right? And it's Times Square. It's Friday afternoon. It's spring, summer, maybe May. So it's nice and warm. It's rush hour, maybe about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Crowded, right? Crowded sidewalks in Times Square in New York. And I'm pulling a little rolly bag behind me, and I'm walking to the bus pickup spot, doing what I do, minding my fucking business. And I see this guy approaching me, right? Maybe I see him, maybe he's about 15, 20 feet away. He's a dark-skinned guy, and he had like a really odd look on his face. He looked angry, like he did look disturbed. I don't know about crazy, but he looked irritated, frustrated. He had a look on his face. And I don't remember making eye contact with him specifically. But as he passed me, as we are passing each other, he takes his elbow and he elbows me right in the middle of my chest, right in my sternum, hard. So hard that it made a sound, and you heard the people immediately around me gasp. And he kept walking, right? And I stood there for a couple of seconds because I was dazed. I couldn't believe that this man just literally attacked me, assaulted me on a crowded street in the middle of New York City. Not one person asked me, was I okay? Not one person tried to say, hey, man, why'd you do that? Nope. Nobody said nothing. Nobody said nothing. And that's one of at least 3 kind of incidents that I can recall in which I was harmed. There were witnesses and nobody did shit. Nobody said shit. So I'm not just saying this stuff. This is not baseless shit for me. This is shit that I've lived. This is shit that other women lived. This is shit that is being documented right now in 2023. And you can see it for your fucking self. Watch the man them stand around while women get beat. That's not unusual. What's unusual is for someone to intervene. Is for somebody to say, hey sis, you okay? That's unusual. That's unusual. So maybe we need to aspire to be unusual, yeah? Maybe we need to try to not feed into this mythology that Black women are protected. Because again, they're telling us that we don't deserve protection. You bitches shouldn't expect no protection from no man. That if he don't love you, why would he risk his life for you? I'm sorry, I thought we was in community. I guess not. Like there have been a couple of men who have been murdered by the state whose stories that I've featured on my platform who have been themselves accused of domestic violence, right? And by the time they get killed by the police, that's not my priority. Like, that's not what I'm thinking about. When the right-wing smear of George Floyd came about, oh, George Floyd pointed a gun at his pregnant wife, some, I didn't even bother to look that shit up. You know why? Because it didn't fucking matter. This man had already been killed in a horrific way. If he did commit domestic violence, he paid for it. You know what I'm saying? By the state taking his life, and there is no need to try to hold a dead man accountable for events that he did, especially contrasted with the way that he was killed, right? Oh, that's another way that sometimes the Black men of the police, they will smear the victim, yeah? Just like the police, like this chick, their poor Ro. Ro is being smeared because I'm sorry, I got to caveat the shit with some, because some of y'all get y'all little feelings hurt. But some Black men do act like the police and they will smear the victim just like the police do in real life, right? Yeah. So anyway, I think that's enough. I think that's quite enough. Because I told y'all I lost sleep behind this shit last night and I'm finished. Shirley, what can I say, Shirley? Like, what can I do? Like, what do we have to do to be seen? What do we have to do to be acknowledged? Like, the violence against us that we endure is just so common and normalized. It's expected. It's not even worthy of discussion or conversation. But when Black women comment about the horrific treatment that we're receiving, whoa. We need you to clean that up. We need you to clean that up because you're hurting brothers' feelings out here. Well, brothers, our hospitalizations are piling up. The bodies are fucking piling up. Don't talk to me about gender wars. Don't talk to me about gender wars. Women are taking real casualties out here. Niggas is getting in their feelings behind tweets. Okay? Niggas is getting their feeling behind tweets. Women are being murdered out here. Women are being assaulted, beaten, bruised, getting their face bashed in. Don't talk to me about gender wars. Talk about that part of the gender war. Talk about the people that are actually being hurt physically in war. I'm done. Y'all be good. Listen, come fuck with us Sunday night. I'm very excited. let me turn my frown upside down because we've got some good things happening this weekend. Like I said, disability support chat around the fire, disability support chat Saturday evening, 5 p.m. Eastern. Come join us. Sunday, 8 p.m. Sundays with Dr. Cornell West, myself, ear doctor. Dr. Jared Ball. We're going to be talking about music. Now, I love Dr. West to pieces, and I personally am a fan of all his musical references, right? Because I can appreciate it. I know not everybody appreciates it. I appreciate the shit. I appreciate the shit. So we want Dr. West to come and bless us with some of his musical knowledge, get some insight about how he came to be this foundationally grounded in black music, and some of the name dropping that he's done over the years. Let's get into some of those stories. The first time I believe Black Power Media interviewed Dr. West, which would have been a year or some change ago, he recalled a story where he was on a plane with Prince. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm recalling it badly, but he basically said to Prince, brother, you good, but you ain't no Curtis Mayfield. Nigga, what? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I need to know what the look on Prince's face was when Dr. West said that. I need to know in which ways Prince cussed Dr. West after Dr. West told him, now you all right, man, but you ain't no Curtis Mayfield, nigga. Oh shit. And I fuck with somebody that will tell people, even people of status, exactly what they think. That is a man after my own heart. So check us out Sundays, 8 p.m. Black Power Media with Dr. Cornel West, a discussion about music. I'm looking forward to it tremendously. Gang, don't forget, support the good brother Will for his birthday. Support the channel as well. Cash App, $BIDWKB, Venmo at BIDWKB, PayPal.me/BIDWKB, Patreon.com/BIDWKB. Thank you to everybody that has sent us support, past, present, future, in the future too, but past and present support, free support. We appreciate it all. So thank you all so much. And we will see y'all back here on Tuesday. Somebody run bucks. Oh, a couple people ran bucks. Wait a minute. I'm just trifling. You got to give me a second. Hold on. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it, Will? Will said it's time to go, nigga. Will said that's what time it is. It's time for you to check your watch, Kim, and understand that it's time to go. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. What does it say? It says KJ Sakuna. Thank you, KJ. It says, have fun at the Cornel West interview, Kim. I will, KJ. Y'all be safe in the chat. Oh, yes. Jen, yes. Everybody that's in the chat to please be safe. Yes. I support that. And the other super chat we got run was Helpful Harm. That's an interesting screen name. It says, you were making great points on the morning show. Thanks, man. I didn't feel as though I was. You were making great points on the morning show yesterday. I didn't feel as though I was really making great points because I felt as though I was at a disadvantage. And it said, really wished more were in agreement with you on there, including comments. So here's the tough thing, y'all. And shout out to the good sis Zenzi Bell and others, man, because I know James, I can only imagine what the fuck you see on the back end of that remix chat, my guy, because when the shit hits the skids, because when the BPM chat goes off the rails, like it can be like, what the fuck just happened here? I thought I was in a community of learned, understanding people. Where the fuck did all these rutches come from? Where these rutches come from? Thank you, Helpful Harm. I appreciate that. And let me say this real quick. And I didn't fuck my segment all up because I was supposed to say this during my segment and it's not going to make the clip, but I don't care. Let me get this thought off my chest really quick. To some of the comrades' points about, all of us being fucked up because we are all under the same system of white supremacy, of capitalism, etc. I don't deny that at all. But I need to ask, and I need to know why. Like, if I came up under the same system as all my abusers, right? If me and my abusers all came up after the same under the same system, then how come I'm not running up on strange niggas out in the street punching them in the face? Like, how come if a man rebuffs my attention, like, why am I not following him home? Like, why am I not taking my pistol out with me and shooting men that look at me strange? You understand? Like, at some point, we can say that capitalism and white supremacy has fucked us all up, but not all of us are acting in this way. And it's not divisive. It's actually an acknowledgement of lived experience and facts. Like, if you look at who commits most of the gun violence, and it's not by a small margin, okay? Men overwhelmingly commit most gun violence, and I'm talking about men of all races, right? Why is that? How come women have the same access to guns? We have the same conditions. Some would argue even worse. How come we're not out here stalking men at the same rates? Not saying not ever, but at the same rates. How come we're not out here trying to sexually assault men? How come me and my homegirls are not riding around looking for teenage boys to sell them into sex trafficking? You understand? Can we talk about that? Can we stop making fucking excuses for people's monstrous behavior? Will, you want to weigh in on this?
And there's more women than men in general, just in general. So they actually could be riding around in groups, doing all sorts of fuckery. But yeah.
And it's not saying that women don't do fuckery. I'm not saying bitches is perfect. No. But the kind and the types of violence that men commit, not only against women, but against other men, it's not being replicated by women, and certainly not being replicated at the rates. So what gives? What gives? I want answers. I want answers. I want answers, not excuses. Because guess what? I came up under capitalism too. I came up under white supremacy too. I came up under patriarchy too. And I never, ever, ever physically attacked a stranger, male or female, but definitely not a man. What am I, fucking crazy? No. So let's shake off these excuses and try to come up with solutions. All right, I'm done. Y'all be easy out there. On behalf of Will and Molly, thank you all so much. Happy early birthday to the good brother Wilbert. And we'll see y'all back here on Tuesday. I'm pretty sure. All right, y'all. Have a good, safe weekend. We'll see y'all. See y'all later. Bye-bye. Thank you all. Thanks, everybody.